Hey, it's LSF here today. Welcome back to the channel. If you're in the market for a luxury SUV, you've almost certainly landed on a Lexus showroom floor. And there, you face one of the most common dilemmas for buyers. Do you go for the agile and stylish NX or the spacious and established RX? For years, Lexus has dominated the luxury SUV space, building a reputation on rock-solid reliability, premium comfort, and head-turning designs. The RX arguably created the entire luxury crossover segment, and the NX successfully brought that winning formula to a younger, more dynamic audience. But with the latest models, the second generation NX and the fifth generation RX, these two vehicles are closer than they have ever been. Unlike the previous generation, where there was a clear divide, the RX had its signature V6 engine where everybody loved, while the NX used a smaller 2-liter turbo, and that thing has now changed. Now they share core powertrains, including the same 2.4-liter turbo engine and a similar hybrid system. This newfound similarity in performance, technology, and design language makes the choice a lot tougher. Today, we're going to deep dive into the 2026 model year for both of these titans. It's more than just big versus small. We're going to break down the differences in design, performance, interior luxury, practicality, and of course, price to help you make an informed decision. So let's get into it. At a glance, the family resemblance is undeniable. Both the 2026 NX and RX wear the latest Lexus design language proudly. You have the aggressive spindle grille, the sharp jewel-like LED headlights, and the signature trademarked daylight running lights. But when you look closer, their personality emerges. The NX feels more athletic and more traditional spindle grille. The lines are sharper and the proportions are more compact, and it has more sporty, forward-leaning stance. It looks right at home in a bustling urban environment. On the other hand, the RX has a more stately, commanding presence. It's about 9 inches longer and over 2 inches wider than the NX. This gives it a more substantial ground look. The lines are a bit softer and more elegant, communicating a sense of mature luxury. And also the spindle grille is a little bit different. It adds that top part, which some people will like it, some people will hate it. Personally, I've got used to it, but I do prefer the NX spindle grille over the RX one. What do you think? Let me know in comments below. Now those dimensions aren't just for show. The smaller footprint on the NX makes it a dream for city living. Navigating tight parking spots, tight garages, squeezing into side street spots, and making U-turns are all significantly easier. On the other hand, the RX demands a bit more planning. Its larger size does give that undeniable road presence that many buyers in this class are looking for. Step inside, and this is where you truly feel the different philosophies behind the two SUVs. Both cabins are driver-focused and beautifully crafted with high-quality materials, but they cater to slightly different priorities. The NX cockpit feels snug and sporty. It wraps around the driver, creating a strong sense of connection to the vehicle, a concept Lexus calls Tazuna. You'll find premium materials everywhere, from the standard Nulux synthetic leather to the open-pore wood trim. Some people do say that there's a lot of piano black. Some people have replaced the piano black with carbon fiber plastic or other things, other materials, and we do hope that Lexus will make a change there in the refresh coming soon. Moving over to the RX cabin, by contrast, feels more open, airy, and more luxurious. While the NX is certainly premium, the RX elevates that experience. You have an option for the semi-alline leather, which is incredibly soft to touch, and the overall design feels more expansive. Higher trim levels in the RX also features exclusive details like laser cut wood trim, adding another layer of artistry. Now let's talk about tech. Both SUVs feature the latest Lexus interface system, centered around a standard 9.8-inch touchscreen, though many will opt for the gorgeous 14-inch display. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard on both in North America. They also both offer sophisticated ambient lighting systems. Some will say that they're not bright enough, but some will say it's adequate. You can choose from a wide palette of colors, up to 64 different colors, and multiple themes to perfectly match your mood. And to open up the cabin, both the NX and RX have a available panoramic glass roof, so the idea that you have to step up to the RX to get the panoramic roof is no longer needed. So where is the real upgrade? It's in the details. The RX simply offers a higher ceiling for luxury. The most notable example is the sound system. While the available 17-speaker Mark Levinson system is great for the NX, the optional 21-speaker 1800-watt Mark Levinson Pure Play surround sound in the RX is on another level. It's a truly immersive concert hall experience that the NX can't quite match. Follow me on Instagram at LSFTvideos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX 450H Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. Under the hood, both models share a standard 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, putting out a healthy 275 horsepower, but how do they feel on the road is a different story. In the lighter NX 350, the engine feels punchy and energetic. The SUV feels eager to get up and go, and the handling is responsive, almost sporty. But you opt for an F-Sport handling package. The adaptive variable suspension tightens things up for a genuinely fun and connected driving experience. On the other hand, the RX 350, the same engine delivers smooth, confident acceleration. The focus here is on refinement. The RX is designed to isolate you from the bumps and noises from the outside world. Its longer wheelbase and softer suspension setup provides a plush, composed ride that eats up the highway miles effortlessly. It's less about carving corners, more about arriving at your destination completely relaxed. The real diversity comes with the hybrid options. Both offer a standard 350h focus on maximizing fuel economy and a fantastic plug-in hybrid, the 450h Plus, that gives you over 60 kilometers or 37 miles of all-electric range. But Lexus gives the RX one more trick up its sleeve, the RX 500h F-Sport Performance. This model pairs the 2.4-liter turbo with electric motors to produce a whopping 366 horsepower. It's a true performance hybrid that delivers great acceleration without sacrificing luxury, and the NX has no direct equivalent to this. And if you're an F-Sport lover, the NX 350h F-Sport, new in 2026 for North America, is a great addition to the NX family. It does give you the F-Sport handling package, so you do get the adaptive variable suspension with the 350h, so it gives you the balance of sportiness and fuel efficient. This is often the deciding factor for many buyers. As we mentioned, the RX is bigger vehicle, and that pays dividends for the passenger. The rear seats in the RX have significantly more legroom and can even be optioned with power reclined, heating, and ventilation. It's a true executive experience back there. In the NX is fine for short trips for adults, but for families with growing kids or for long road trips, the RX is a clear winner. But now, when we look at the cargo space, with the rear seats up, the RX wins 29.6 cubic feet of space versus the NX 22.7. That's enough for a couple of large suitcases and carry-ons in the RX. The NX can fit two large suitcases with some carry-ons on top. If you haven't seen that video for the NX, I have that video showing you how much you can put in the NX. But, and that's a big but, when you fold down the rear seats, the smaller NX actually has slightly more maximum cargo volume, 46.9 cubic feet versus RX's 46.2. This is because the seats in the RX don't fold completely flat. So if you're a person who makes frequent trips to IKEA or Home Depot or needs to move a lot of things, flat boxes, the NX might surprisingly be more practical choice. And if you need to tow, the RX again is the more capable vehicle, rated up to 3,500 pounds compared to NX's 2,000 pounds. So what does all this cost? The NX is more accessible of the two, starting in the mid 40,000 range. A fully loaded NX 450h Plus plug-in hybrid can climb into the low $60,000. The Lexus RX essentially starts where the NX leaves off, with a base price around the $50,000 mark. If you go to the top of line, the RX 500h F-Sport Performance with all the options, you can easily push it into the mid-70s. So based on everything we've talked about so far, which one is right for you? Here's a quick breakdown to help you decide. The 2026 Lexus NX is for you if you primarily drive in the city and need a more compact and agile SUV. You don't need a massive amount of rear seat legroom, and you're looking for a more affordable entry into the Lexus SUV lineup. You want slightly better fuel economy in a smaller package. And on the other end, if you're looking for the RX is a better choice if you have a family and need more space for passenger and cargo. You prioritize a more luxury and comfort ride with more premium features. You want a more powerful powertrain option, including the powerful RX 500h. You have a larger budget and want a more substantial feeling SUV. So now based on that, your choice might seem to be clear. But here is where the decision gets even more interesting, especially for those leaning towards the RX. Recently, there are some trademarks for a brand new RX 550h Plus. All signs point to being the top tier RX, inheriting the incredible V6 plug-in hybrid powertrain from the larger 3-row Lexus TX. What does that mean? The 3.5-liter V6 paired with electric motors pumping out a combined 404 horsepower. We may see better performance on the RX because it's a lighter vehicle in comparison to the TX. This is a game changer, and I think that the RX should have come with the 550h Plus and not the 450h Plus. It would only give the RX a massive power advantage and would also introduce a level of smooth V6 refinement that the NX with a 4-cylinder lineup simply can't match. This move will significantly widen the gap between the two models, position the RX even further into the premium territory to compete with the Germans. Now, what does that mean with the current RX 450h Plus plug-in hybrid? That's a big question. The new 550h Plus will certainly become the new flagship of the RX. Whether it replaces the 450h Plus or it's sold alongside with the more powerful option remains to be seen. But what is clear is that Lexus is doubling down on making the RX the undisputed king of comfort and performance in its class. So keeping all that in mind, let's make our final verdict. The 2026 Lexus NX is a perfect choice if you live in the city, you value agile, ease of parking, sporting driving feel, the backseat is often empty, or you're a young couple or small family. You want a full Lexus luxury experience and tech in more efficient and value-oriented package. It shares excellent top-tier plug-in hybrid system with the current RX and the 450h Plus, which is a fantastic powertrain. The 2026 RX is the one for you if space and comfort is your top priority. You have a family, frequently driving with elderly passengers, or take long road trips. You want the quietest, most serene ride possible and access to the highest level of luxury. And with a very likely arrival of the RX 500h Plus, you want a future-proof SUV with clear path to a V6 plug-in hybrid power that will place in a completely different performance league than the NX. Ultimately, you can't go wrong with either. They both are benchmarks in the luxury SUV world for a reason. The best advice I can give is to go test drive them back to back and see which one speaks to your lifestyle and perhaps your future ambitions. So what are your thoughts about the upcoming RX 550h Plus? Does that change your pick? Let me know in comments below. And if you found that this deep dive was helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.